Howdy, my name is Rob, aka the Junk Monkey here online, and I'm a treasure hunter. I like going to thrift stores and yard sales and things like that and finding treasures that I can buy and either add to my personal collection or sell online for a profit. Here lately, my thrift stores have just been terrible. I leave empty-handed a lot of times, but even more recently, in the last couple of days, I've been finding some pretty good stuff. So we are back in Medford, Oregon. We're going to go in this Goodwill and see if we can find some treasure. So like and subscribe, come along for the ride. Let's get in there and see what we can find. All right, folks, we are inside. If you watched yesterday's video, you saw me pick up some Avon bottles, cheap. I mean, here they got them $3.79 for a single. You got one in the box here for $3.79. Those going half off. I might pick them up if they're still here. No, Avon is not worth a lot of money. Probably never will be. But I enjoy it because my grandmother was an avid collector and she had a whole room full of mostly Avon bottles and stuff. So, move on down here. Oh, that's that thing with the magnetic butterflies. Oh, there's a piece of art glass up there. Let's see what that is. Made in China. $4.79. I don't even know what it is. It's got a metal tube with some threads in it. I thought it was a light fixture, but there's no hole in there to accept a light bulb. Oh! Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all right. Folks, I'll bring you back in a minute. I got some friends here. All right, we're back on track. Had a couple of friends there. The Scooter Brigade was there. And here lately, they have been just downright friendly. I guess they come around and decided that they like me. And that's a good thing. But I also had another friend. She's a picker like me. But she does not want to be on the videos. And that's okay, too. So we did a little visiting and we just scored. It is not Fenton, but that is a good piece. $6.79. I should be able to get $18 to $24 for that. It's got some hard watermarks in it, but we should be able to get those cleaned out. So there's a good find. Man, these stores have become feast and famine, and right now we are in the feast mode. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. I don't really believe in that stuff. You make your own luck. But I don't tempt fate any more than I absolutely have to either. All right, the next aisle that I like to go down to has several people on it, so I'll bring you in if I find something there. So we are in the dishes and kitchenware aisle. I looked at all the Pyrex lids, nothing there worth grabbing now, but if they go on half off, oh, what do we have here? Huh, handmade in America, Dell. I don't believe I've ever heard of Dell. I am a sucker for an original sticker. So for $4.49, we're gonna put that in the cart and look it up. Hopefully it's worth buying, because I am indeed a sucker for an original label or sticker. There's an old Atlas mason jar. I have plenty of those in stock right now. I like to fill them with old marbles. I come across a lot of old marbles, and I just pile them up in them jars and then sell them off as a jar full of marbles. There is a clear glass fish-shaped dish, serving platter. When these have color or they're made out of pottery or porcelain, I look them up. I've never found a clear one, though, that was worth buying. There's some cobalt blue glass bowls. I don't think they have much age to them. All right, folks, I'll bring you back in when we find something. Maybe that crystal punch bowl down there. Well, the big crystal bowl has a chipped edge on it. It's a really pretty piece, but it's chipped, so we'll leave it here. While I was looking for that, I spotted this little guy. I don't know what the wire thing in his mouth is, but on the bottom he's marked gurgles. And I know they make, and I have found and sold vintage gurgle pitchers that are shaped like fish. But I'm not paying $4.49 to see what that's all about. All right, folks. We had a fresh cart come out, and down there we got some Rosenthal cup and saucer sets and 4 little serving dishes. And we got a couple more teacup sets, cup and saucer sets to look up. We found these little Delft cow figurines. I thought they were shakers, they're not. And for 10 bucks, yeah, we're gonna put them back on the shelf, set them out of the way for now. We found a Studio Art Pottery coffee mug. And we found a bunch of mugs and coffee cups and teacups and saucers.
Yeah, I saw them before.
These Laurel Birch cat mugs used to be worth something. I don't think they are anymore. The last couple of them I bought, I couldn't sell. So
oh, really?
I'll look it up anyway. Maybe that's the exception to the rule.
That's good. That's a good idea.
Ah. Ladies and gentlemen, that was half of the Scooter Brigade. She's the one that's really warmed up towards me. Hey, Robbie, how are you?
Good.
Robbie works here. He's one of my buddies. Been here forever.
I work?
If you're not, then you're pretty good at faking it. All right, I'm going to get off of this camera. I'm going to start looking these things up and see if any of them are worth taking home. We already know that the Delft cows are going to go back on the shelf. Hopefully the Rosenthal is good. Well, folks, they brought out another new cart, and I picked up this Inkalay stone soap dish. Believe it or not, that thing is worth a good bit of money. I see active listings for as much as $60 for that thing. I don't know if they sell for that much, but if nothing else, I will get more than $3.79 for it. And hang on just a second, folks. I'll be right back. All right, folks. If it isn't for people running over and wanting to talk to me that don't like being on camera, and then bringing out one new cart after the other, I have been busy. Unfortunately, we hadn't found much of anything else. The Delft cows that I showed you earlier, I'm putting them back where I found them. It's $10 for 2 of them. There's over 150 of them listed, anywhere from $6 to $12 a piece. There's actually supposed to be like a little stand they go on, but individually they sell, actual sales between $6 and $8 each. So I think we'll just leave those here. There's a little lusterware hobbyist dog. Anywho, the Laurel Birch mug, it's only worth about $10 or $12. So I have so many mugs I need to get rid of, and this has got some metal scuff marks on it. So I know those are very difficult to get rid of. So we're going to put that back. We have an Inkalay stone soap dish. These can be, Inkalay stone is always worth looking up. I saw active listings of this in the $50 to $60 range. We're only going to pay $3 for it. So even if we get $12 to $15 for it, that's worth it. I'm going to show you guys something. Don't get mad at me. I didn't make it. I'm not buying it. I just thought it was worth showing to you. I'm not making comments on it either. It's just something that exists, and we're going to look at it. So there it is. It's kooky. Some people collect this stuff. I'm going to leave it here. Surprised they put that out on the shelf. All right, we're going to put the Laurel Birch cat mug back. This piece has the original sticker on it. I haven't looked it up yet. It's got a musical note on it, and it is either a cello or a bass or violin or something. But we're going to look that up, and then we are going to get out of here, head back to the shop, and start processing all this stuff that we bought. It's actually pretty awesome to have a couple of days where we're actually making decent finds. So I'll see you guys later. Well, folks, it's the next day. I should have filmed this outro last night, but I come out here to the shop, and before I even unloaded all this stuff from the truck, I started looking around the shop. I'm like, well, maybe I would grab this first. I grabbed that and I'm like, well, I don't have a place to set it. I got to go over there and grab that and move it, do something. Anyway, one thing led to another. Next thing I know, it's midnight and I haven't got anything done. I certainly didn't get you guys the finish for this video. So here we are the next morning doing that. What an amazing haul yesterday. I can't tell you the last time I brought home this much good stuff in one trip to one Goodwill. Here lately, last several weeks, it has been like pulling teeth trying to find even one or two things to bring home, and even those sometimes have been really low-end stuff. And I've left several times empty-handed, so getting you guys daily videos can be a little difficult when you're leaving so many thrift stores empty-handed. But yesterday was not one of those days. We made an amazing haul. And I'll bring you guys in, or I'll pick these items up and show them to you. We found 3 Avon bottles. No, they're not for sale. Those are for my personal collection. I love the old Avon bottles. My grandmother was an avid Avon collector. She had a specific room set up with shelves, almost floor to ceiling. Down on the floor, she had the old milk jugs and the old water jugs, and those were full of marbles that all of her grandkids would bring in and put in there. And pretty much the only way you were allowed to go in that room, and Grandma had to be with you, was if you had a marble to put in one of her jars, or if you brought her an Avon bottle. And you could go in and put it in, and all the bright colors and all the neat shapes and stuff, it just fascinated me my entire life. So when I see Avon bottles and they're super cheap, I've got less than $2 a piece in these Avon bottles, I pick them up. I don't always pick them up. If they're over $2, I'm not picking them up. They're plentiful, so I know sooner or later I'll get one. If I picked up every one I saw, I would need an entire room with shelves floor to ceiling to display them. But one or two here and there is fine. We also picked up this green violin candy dish with an original sticker on it. And it says, handmade in America, Dell, D-E-L-L. And I never researched it till I got it home. This is what I call paying for my education. Turns out this was made by L.G. Wright, and it's supposed to have a lid that looks like the top of the violin. And they're not worth much money. It has a couple of little minor chips on the edge that I didn't see when I bought it. Again, I didn't really look at it too close. It was $4 or $3.79. It was between $3 and $4.50, somewhere in there. And it was well worth it for me to look it up. And it does have a very slight UG glow, or not UG, but this one is going to end up being manganese. It's got a slight little glow to it. I don't know if that's going to show up in the camera with this little light, but it does glow slightly. So this will end up going in one of our live sales that I promise you, the live sales are coming. I just got to get a few things done first. We also found this little mermaid. That's probably a hobbyist piece. It's got some kind of markings right down here on the base on the back. That'll probably be the company that made the mold. But I see GMCAT, I think. Maybe there's something else under there. All of this stuff has to be cleaned. But mermaid stuff, vintage mermaid stuff, always good. Always a good pickup. And I think we only paid $2 for that. Next up, we found this little Indiana glass in an avocado green planter shaped like a baby's carriage or rocker or something. These are an extremely common form. I see a lot of them. But again, it was only $2.50. And it's in mint condition, and I could easily turn this into $4 to $8. So, and this is another one that'll go in our live sales. Let's see what we got next. Laurel Birch cat mug. Man, I remember getting these, and they were awesome. I loved finding them. They were $20 to $30, some of them even more. These days they're $10 to $15, but I only paid 79 cents for it, so we picked it up. I have a major sale coming up on live over on Knickknacks, where I'm gonna be selling a lot of mugs. I'm going to have a major inventory reduction sale over there where everything is going to be starting bid of $1. So keep your eye open for that. I'll let you know. Let's see. We got this Inkalay stone soap dish with a old Greek or Roman scene on it. Inkalay stone is a man-made material that came out probably in the late 50s and was popular from the late 50s all the way through the 60s and into the 70s. And it has a pretty good collector base to it. This one has a tiny little chip right here on the edge. We paid $3.50 for it. Because it has the chip, we'll probably only get about 12 for it. Without that chip, 40 to 60. So we'll mark it a little higher. We'll mark it at like 20 or 24, turn on offers and see what happens. Now we're coming to the best of the best stuff that we bought yesterday. This vase is made in Czechoslovakia. After getting it home and getting it in some good light, I doubt if I'll be able to show you that. Let me get on the other side of the camera and see if I can get the right angle and show you that etching. Well, no, it's not going to show up on camera, but right across here, it's very lightly etched, right across here, made in Czechoslovakia. I know from past experiences with glass that is marked in that fashion, that they started marking them like this in the early 1890s, around 1892, continued to do so until the early 19-teens. So we know this one is antique. It's a little older. It's got some hard water stains in it, and I think they're going to come out pretty easy. I can rub some of them off with my finger, and they are, this should clean up really nice. Now, if it doesn't clean up in the regular tank, I have other means of cleaning it. No, I'm not going to tell you. It's dangerous chemicals. I don't want to be responsible for telling you guys what chemicals to get, and you don't know how to handle them, and you get injured. So if you're looking for something to clean hard water stains out of vases, a tip that I've been given many, many times, including by some of the bigger names in glass collecting today, is bong cleaner. Don't know where you get it. I've been told you can find it on Amazon, but if you're in one of those states where that kind of stuff is legal, go to one of their shops, stores, whatever they're called, and ask for bong cleaner. Maybe it'll work. Denture cleaner comes up a lot. A mild acid you can use would be vinegar. I would dilute it with water and a couple of drops of Dawn dish detergent. Put it in there, let it soak a couple of days. And get a long-handled brush that has a flexible tip on it and get in there and scrub around. All right, now we have this set. It comes with 5 of these little shallow bowls, saucer type things, but only 2 cups. And they are wonderful. Here's my tip for this video. Don't always trust Google Lens. Google Lens said these were Nippon, or antique Japanese, so early 20th century Japanese stuff. They are not. These are German, and they're made by a company called Rosenthal. I have never regretted buying a piece of Rosenthal. Every single piece of Rosenthal porcelain that I have ever found made me good money. If I find it and it's chipped or broke, I'll leave it, unless it's one of their really, really rare and sought after pieces, and I can get it for next to nothing. That doesn't happen very often. Then we have this Royal Stafford carousel cup and saucer. This one's pretty good. It should be somewhere in the $20 to $30 range for us. We paid $2 a piece for each cup. We paid 79 cents a piece for 3 of the Rosenthal saucers. And finally, for the great stuff, this one is made by Royal Crown Derby, and the design is called Vine. Royal Crown Derby, this is the first time I've run across it, but the comps for anything even similar to that go anywhere from $40 all the way up to over $300. there's a lot of them that look similar to this, but they're not the same. So I got to do a little more research. But for $2, even if we only sell it in the $40 range, if it's at the lowest end of the range, we're going to do great. So last but not least, we got 2 bags of toys. I normally pay about $8 for one bag like this. However, this bag is $2.49. This one is $3.79. So somewhere in the $6.50 range for both bags. And I've seen good stuff in it already. And what we don't use, they all go in a box. And there's a little boy that lives across the street from me. And he's probably 4, 5, 6 years old. He loves getting these boxes full of toys from me. It always makes him really happy. His grandparents that he lived with, they always enjoy it, because when I bring a box full of toys over, he stays occupied for hours going through them, and it gives them a little break. So that's everything we bought today, or bought in this video, and I got a lot of work to do. But I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along on my little treasure hunt, and I'll see you in the next one. Y'all come back now, you hear?